Anita, my love, I'm so happy to be here with you. I know we just recently finished Optimum, and I was so glad that you were in that program because you're just such a superstar, and where you came in and what you have created for yourself is really, really special. And so thanks so much for being willing to come on and share a little bit of that with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, my pleasure. So let's dive right in and tell me why Optimum? Like where were you and what made you join this program?
Well, I was in the hospital with gallbladder trouble. Um, they were telling me I would need these procedures, and I was freaking out. So I reached out to you and I was like, hey, what do you recommend? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm freaking out. And told me about Optimum. I had seen it on your page and I was like, oh, that'd be so cool. And then you told me about it. And I was like, you know what? Yes, this is a perfect fit. And so I joined, and I knew I needed to get out of the hole that I had landed in, and I needed support. And you offered your support, and there we go.
Hmm. Yeah, and that getting that message like I'm in the hospital. I'm okay. What I love is that you were kind of contemplating getting your gallbladder removed. The doctor was saying like, well, here's the option. Let's just cut out some organs. And I'm really glad that you were open to alternatives. And, you know, like tell us a little bit about what you were going through even before the hospital part. Like what led you to that place?
Okay, I'll try to make a long story short, but it goes back to when I was about 22, 21. I'm 29 now, so 7, 8, whatever years. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, the thyroiditis, the autoimmune condition, and it was not long after that. I think I got diagnosed with gallstones, and they were like, "You need to lose weight. You probably should get your gallbladder removed." And I was like, "No." Um, and at that point, I didn't have kids. It was just me. So I was like, I'm going to find a way to heal naturally. I think that was around when I had started talking to you in the first place. And we dealt with a lot of my thyroid issues. And um, I was able to work through, do like some gallbladder cleanses. And I was good for a while since I have had 2 children. And we've been in like stress city for sure the past 2 years, but kind of since I've had Oliver, we've been in just this weird rocky emotional, stressful, and all of that ties into your systems, your organs, and um, so yeah, I was trying to figure out how to deal with my flare-ups, um, which I am now understanding were like gallbladder attacks that I was feeling. It just didn't feel the same as it had before I had kids, so I was confused. But um, I was trying to do it with diet. I was trying to work on my nervous system and my mental health and all of this. And I felt like I was just spinning my wheels. Like I wasn't getting anywhere. I was just, Josh was telling me before, like my energy levels were just low and flatlined. At this point, they're, going up, but they're up and down, that's the healing journey. That's how you go up and down. But yeah. Did I answer your question, or am
Yes, you
I?
did. That's perfect. That's perfect. So that's the kind of the journey. It was going through thyroid issues, and then, really coming out of that, you got pregnant, right? We were working together, and then you got pregnant, which is amazing. And then you got pregnant again, and then, the stress and the situation. So you kind of got into this place. And then, so tell me about what was Optimum like for you?
It was amazing. It was the thing I feel like I've been searching for in like all the little bits of information I had been able to gather here and there on the internet, like trying to do it like as cheap as
DIY.
possible. Like I would try to go to YouTube for everything and try to see what can I get for, what's this free information here, free information here. And you had it all in one. And you had everything together, and it's just the most I feel like it's the most well put together, comprehensive, like step by step, this is what you do to build yourself up. And I hadn't ever really dealt with actually learning the foundations before. I think that's the part I always got stuck on. I would go straight to trying to do like the metaphysical things or the emotional things, and kind of ignoring like the needed foundational like pieces, like good sleep, getting enough sunlight, getting enough movement. For whatever reason, I just ignored all that, thinking it wasn't that, it couldn't be that. That's my problem. It totally is a lot of my problem. But it was so good to just have it all there laid out in the course, and then having the live calls where we get the coaching and the accountability with the other women, and getting to just see how they process too, because it sparks something that you wouldn't have even thought of, like thinking in your own little, in my own little bubble. Getting to see everybody's stories is just like so eye-opening, seeing how we're all connected and how we're all so similar, even though we're so different. Like it's so cool, like the way that you have it all set up. I think there was something else I was wanting to say, and I'm trying to remember which one it is. Oh, about like having that chat. That was amazing. That was probably like there was so much information between each of us and between you and us. Like just it was so like I'm trying to think of the best word, but like having access to everybody like just right there in your phone and not having, because obviously the live calls we have every 2 weeks, but that was like every day. Hey, we're having a trouble. And it's like we can help each other and you can help us. And it was just so beautiful, like getting that community.
Yeah, and that on-demand support. That's something that I find so valuable for myself, and I love offering as well. So I'm glad that you got that. So tell me, now that the program's over, how does your body feel? Like how are you navigating some of those challenges that you were before, emotionally or stressed? Like how do you feel now?
Yeah. Okay. So I haven't had any flare-ups since joining Optimum, which is wild because the people at the hospital told me I would be getting symptoms and symptoms and having all these troubles. But I've been able to feel better overall. Um, and my gallbladder is still here.
And you
uh,
have your organs.
I'm
There
at
have
work.
been no organs taken out. And that is something that I always tell people. I tell all my best friends, everyone that work, if anyone ever tells you to cut out one of your organs, please contact me first. Like there is another way. You do need your body parts.
Yeah, they're there for a reason. It's not just like God put them in us for them to just get ripped out later. Like, no,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, I've been able to um better support my body. And honestly, I haven't even really gotten sick since that first sickness after having the antibiotics. I really haven't had any like crazy sickness or anything. Like I know how to support my body better. I'm like, okay, if I'm having a symptom, I'm able to tie it to what could be causing it and support that part of me. Like whether it's emotional or physical or, whatever, I'm able to, I feel like I have more of a knowing, like of how to care for myself, which is amazing.
I love that. I love that. And something that I noticed in you is when you came in, there was some health things, but also like it felt like there was this thing that was like stifled in you. And what I notice now is all this creativity. I was like, I want to learn about money and investing and this, and I have a creative account and I'm making videos
It's
and I,
almost on in explosion mode. Like all the, yeah, I was stifled and now it's like, oh, there's so much. How do I get
and that's the thing that we know that I always notice when our energy is freed up and we're not focused on healing all the time and on feeling horrible, it's like, oh, I have life to do all of these other things. And
yeah,
that's been so cool to see with you.
yes. I even have a pantry that I'm building outside right now because I need more storage in my kitchen. And so it's literally out there waiting for me to go screw some things together. It's great.
I love that. I love that. So last question I have for you is if somebody else is watching this and they're, considering joining Optimum, working with me, going through this journey, what would you tell them?
I mean, go for it for one. Um, yeah, I think knowing where you're at and knowing where you want to be and knowing you need support. If you're already looking for that support, this is the place. Like it's so all encompassing. I mean, yes, it's mostly about health, but look at we dealt with the health and everything else is coming. So I feel like because it's so holistic in the approaches that you have in there, um, trying to gather my thoughts. Like it's great. Even if you're only dealing with minor health things, like you just want to optimize because it really is about that. It's just optimizing your health because if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Um, and I firmly believe that because my like you were saying with me being stifled and a lot of that was because I was so focused on how crappy I felt all the time. And now that I'm feeling better, like my whole life feels like it's expanding and that's amazing. So yeah, I think if you're looking for support in this way, you've come to the right place for sure.
Ah, Anita, I love you so much. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your journey and just being such a beautiful, bright light and a creative force in the world who is doing such amazing things. I appreciate you and love you so much.
Well, I love you too. Thank you so